Hearthstone's the best mobile game? Let's find out. The best mobile games can look like just about anything. A social deception game about a suspicious crew on an alien spaceship, the latest entry in the biggest strategy series in the world, a serious single-player story about love and loss. For today's video, we've made a list of the best mobile games to play in 2022, so without further ado, let's dive right in. At number 7, Among Us. Among Us is easy to understand, it's social trickery in space. That doesn't mean it's easy to fool your friends. As the round begins, each innocent player has tasks they must achieve, while imposters have no tasks but must attempt to seem innocent. All the while, each imposter is creating a plan to kill their fellow crewmates without being seen. When a body is discovered, everyone gets together to decide who they should chuck out a compartment. Pray it's not you. Despite releasing in 2018, Among Us was one of 2020's biggest hits, sustained by a worldwide pandemic that kept us separated. The game was so popular that Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar streamed it on Twitch, and Epic borrowed from it, and Fortnite's recently added Imposters mode. If you're interested in checking it out, the game is free on iOS and Android at just $5 on Steam and Nintendo Switch. At number 6, Florence. A beautiful game about love, loss, and letting go. Florence is a romantic drama that communicates its story with very few words. Instead of spoken language, it relies on touch-based mechanics and simple puzzles to silently express the joy of falling in and out of love. With a beautiful hand-drawn aesthetic and a lovely, melancholy soundtrack by composer Kevin Penkin, it's astonishingly emotional to experience the story of Pythagoras Florencio as she falls in love with a musician named Krish. Their relationship plays out in small, smart minigames, and when you must fit puzzle pieces together to propose a conversation or to choose to place objects around an apartment after the couple moves in together. Though the game can be completed in one 45-minute play session, it manages to pack a blow in that short amount of time. At number 5, Hundreds. Touch circles to win. That may seem like an odd proposal, but Hundreds makes it boundlessly captivating. This is an enthralling puzzle game where each circle on screen is worth a numerical value that increases or decreases depending on its size. When you touch the circle, it grows and the number grows with it. Your goal is to get the total of circles equal to 100, but the circles can't overlap, and if they do, you have to start over from the beginning. Keeping with the theme, there are 100 levels to play through. When you complete them all, an infinite mode unlocks, because infinite's better than 100. That's just math. At number 4, Inside. One of the best indie games ever made, Playdead's Inside is a masterpiece of filmic horror that works just as well on phone as it does on a PS4. As the game begins, a small boy runs out into a dark grove and begins a trek that will take him through a ghostly forest, a dystopian cityscape, a swamped cave network, and a straggling underground laboratory. As you progress, you'll run, jump, and solve puzzles. It sounds like we're being a little cagey, it's because we are. Inside's a darkly surprising game, and the less you know going in, the better. At number 3, To the Moon. A story-heavy adventure game with a throwback art style suggestive of SNES RPGs like Chrono Trigger. To the Moon is an emotional narrative about two doctors who grant dying patients the opportunity to change their memories so they can change the life they live without leaving their deathbeds. This emotional story is a light on gameplay and heavy on narrative, telling the story of one dying man whose dream was to visit the moon. Our doctor protagonists must enter the man's mind, Psychonaut style, to change his memories. To the Moon is short, about 4 hours in length, but its focused story reaps emotional bonuses. At number 2, The Room. An incredibly popular series of hidden object games, the Fireproof Games series includes 5 entries. The Room 2, The Room 3, The Room 4, Old Sins, and The Room VR, A Dark Matter. All but the last are available on iOS, Android, and PC. The Room series plays a lot like Myst, but it's impressively darker, placing you inside ornate haunted spaces and tasking you with interacting with objects around the room until you manage to make something happen. And at number 1, Hearthstone. Blizzard's collectible card game is remarkably fun, even if you have zero interest in the Warcraft universe which it's set. With 10 hero classes, which each can use their own distinct cards, Hearthstone's a deep and impulsively playable digital card game that also manages to feel quite cozy at the same time. Though the game is free to play, you can spend money on extra cards to expand and improve your deck. Whether you opt to spend money or play with what comes for free, Hearthstone is a terrific collectible card game. Well guys, that wraps up the video for today. Which mobile game is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.